Come onto your hands and knees with a blanket underneath your knees and shins for padding. Find a neutral position with extended arms, open hands, and then let your hips sink forward and down. And we'll start to do some hip circles. So take your hips over to the left and trace a big circle with your hips. So your hips move back over the heels, and then take your hips over to the right. And continue until the hips come forward and down, and continue this way. Bring your attention to the sensations you feel in your body. Deepen your breath here. Let your weight come all the way onto your hands and fingers, and trace a nice big circle with your hips. Feel the whole pelvis involved in the circle. The front of the pelvis, the back of the pelvis, the sides of your hips. Circling around and around. Don't leave out any part of the circle. There's no wrong way to do this. Be in your body. And the next time your hips come around to the front, pause in the front and start circling in the other direction. Let your hips move to the right and back and to the left and back to center. Let this be a full body experience. Let your body move with this in a way that feels natural to you. Explore the movement here. Big circles with the hips. And then start to make your way back to neutral, coming onto hands and knees, long spine. Have 2 blocks ready for extended child's pose with blocks. Come to hands and knees with your hands resting on the blocks. And then bring your big toes together. Separate your knees so that they're a little bit wider than your hips. And then pull your hips back so they're over the heels. And slide the blocks forward so that you stretch your arms and your armpits and your torso. Feel yourself pulling your buttocks back and down, and think of the front of the rib cage extending forward. Long abdomen here. For a moment, lift your chest, lengthen the front of your trunk, and slide your blocks even further forward, and then relax your forehead back down. Think of lengthening the sides of your waist, lengthening the arms, the armpits. Lengthen deep inside the trunk. Breathe steadily here. Keep your arms active, your hands open, pressing into the blocks. Even a sense of the arms lifting. Can you find more space in your trunk, more length in your abdomen? Breathe here. Smooth inhale, smooth exhale. And slowly come back up to hands and knees. And now hold on to the strap behind your back with your palms facing forward. And let your hands be quite wide. So slide your hands out to the sides so the strap is quite wide behind you. And pull your thighs back, lengthen your abdomen, lengthen your spine from bottom to top. And start to reach the strap far back behind you. Let there be tension on the strap. If it feels too difficult, then you can slide your hands further apart. And if it feels too easy, you can move your hands closer together. Connect your feet to the ground and draw up through the sides of your body. Be long in your side ribs and keep reaching the strap back and up to get a nice stretch in your arms. Let the chest move forward as the strap moves back. Extend your legs so they're really tall. Feel as if your legs are reaching all the way up to the height of your lungs, tall in the trunk. And then start to reach the strap back and all the way down. And now move your hands just a little bit closer together, and we'll repeat this again. Parallel, long legs, long abdomen. Reach the strap back as the chest opens, as the sides of the body lift and lengthen. Keep extended through the arms. Be even in right and left sides of your body, even in right and left arms. Reach the strap back and up. And then slowly, keeping tension on the strap, reach the strap back, staying tall through your whole body, staying connected with your feet to the ground, spine lifting from bottom to top. Lower the strap all the way down by your buttocks. And now place a block between your feet for an Urdhva Hastasana variation. So your feet will frame the block and help you be parallel and aligned. And then grab the strap with your hands at about shoulder distance apart or a little wider and lift the strap up overhead and start to create length in your limbs and length through your whole body. Can you create length from a very internal place? Pull your thighs back. Pull the upper inner thighs back. Lift your pelvis up off your legs. Lift your belly up off your pelvis. Lift your rib cage up off your abdomen. Extend long through the armpits and the elbows. Be grounded through your feet and lift your hands higher. Make space between your feet and your hands and breathe steadily here. Become long, open the breath, and then exhale and lower your hands down. Now we'll do a simple side angle pose. Start in Tadasana with your feet together, arms and legs extended, long spine, shoulders back. And then bring your hands to your hips and step your feet wide. Feet are parallel. And then turn your right leg out and turn your left toes in slightly. Hands on hips still, lift up through the sides of your body, shoulders back, and then bend your right knee so your right knee comes over your right heel. And rest your right forearm on your right thigh. Stretch your left arm towards the back foot and lengthen your spine away from the back foot. And then lift your left arm up to the sky and pull your right butt cheek forward so it's really underneath you and not sinking back. Keep your knee open so the knee is tracking directly over the center of the right foot. And then sweep your left arm all the way across as you see here. So there's a long fluid line of energy from the back heel all the way through the top fingertips. Be long in your trunk here. Pull the right butt cheek underneath you. Bend the right knee a little more. Exhale, look down, and then inhale and come all the way up, straightening your legs. And switch sides. Now turn the left leg all the way out. Turn the right toes in slightly. Begin with an open chest, shoulders back. Bend your left knee deeply and rest your left forearm on your left thigh. Stretch your right arm towards the back heel as you lengthen your spine, your trunk away from the back heel. And start to bring that left butt cheek truly underneath you. The knee tracking directly over the center of the left foot, and then lift your right arm up. Think of lengthening the trunk, lengthening the spine from bottom to top. Spread wide across your chest. Stay firm and strong in the back leg and bent deeply in the left leg. And then sweep your arm all the way across for that fluid line of energy from the back heel to the top fingertips. Breathe here as you gaze at your top hand. Lengthen the back leg, lengthen the spine again. Steady and smooth your breathing. Exhale and look down, and then inhale and come all the way up to straight legs, hands to hips, feet parallel, shoulders back, and then step your feet together. Now lay down on your back and have a strap handy. Make sure that the flesh of your buttocks is released away from the lower back, so you can bring the flesh of the buttocks towards the feet. And then extend your legs and reach your arms overhead, hands holding the strap at shoulder distance. Extend and elongate your limbs, roll your thighs in, and straighten the legs all the way. Open the feet, open the toes. Press your internally rotated thighs down into the floor and stretch your arms more fully. Really extend and open the arms and the legs and let your spine receive that stretch. Relax and lengthen the abdomen and breathe. And then bend your knees, feet flat, and come out of the pose. And now for Supta Padangustasana with a bent knee. So lay down on your back. Have your knees bent and your feet flat, and adjust the flesh of the buttocks so that the flesh of the buttocks moves away from your lower back, and reach your arms overhead along the floor and create length in your trunk and have a sense of neutrality in the body, relaxing any extraneous tension. And then grab onto your strap. Bring your right knee towards your chest so that you can loop the strap around your right heel and stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling, but keep your right leg bent. And then start to extend the left leg along the floor. Make sure that you're internally rotating the left thigh, and try not to tuck the pelvis here. You want to try to keep a neutral pelvis. Reach up through the right heel. Keep your spine long, your chest open, shoulder blades sliding down your back. Roll the left thigh in, extend the left leg. Pull your outer right hip away from the right waist. Be in your whole body here. Long abdomen, long spine. Pull the elbows to the sides and stretch your right leg up again. Open feet, open toes. Deep, smooth breath here. And then bend your left leg, release the right leg so that both feet are flat and parallel. And reach your arms overhead. Breathe in neutral here, just lengthening the spine. And then bring your left knee into the chest so you can lasso the strap over the left heel and stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. Long spine, elbows wide, shoulder blades sliding down your back. Pelvis not tucking here. Pelvis is neutral, so it's the femur that's really moving in the socket. And then roll the right thigh in as you stretch your right leg long. Feet open, toes open, spine lengthening towards the head. Even feel the uppermost area of that right thigh, the root of the right thigh, internally rotating. The outer left hip moving away from the left waist. Stretch up through the left leg. Be long in your belly and steady your breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then bend your right knee and bend your left knee so your foot comes to the floor, and stretch your arms overhead again to lengthen the trunk and neutralize yourself, relaxing here. And then turn over to your right side and sit up. Now we'll practice Shavasana with a bolster under the knees and a blanket underneath the head, so there's a little bit of softness under the head. Set yourself up to lay down and move the flesh of the buttocks away from the lower back. And then pull the blanket into place so that your head is supported by the softness of the blanket, and relax and release your legs over the bolster. So the bolster is underneath the knees and underneath the lower thighs. And slide your shoulder blades down your back slightly. Turn your palms to face up towards the ceiling, and then relax and release everything. Allow yourself to be supported by the floor, supported by the blanket and the bolster. Relax and release your hands and your feet and your face, your limbs, your pelvis, and your trunk. Slow down your exhalations. Smooth, steady exhales.